the rules. The rules for healthy lifestyle and engaging in physical activity. So the first one is prior to any physical activity, have a pre-participation examination or a PPE. That that tool that they use to do this pre-participation examination is called a PRQ form, physical activity readiness questionnaire form. Then they take your measurements, like your kinanthropometric measurements, like your bicep measurements, your waist measurements, your height, your weight. Yeah. So this is to know the essence of this is to know your medical history, either for beginners or for people who are returning to sports. Okay. The other one is to establish risk factors such as hypertension, because this one is crucial. If you put someone who is a hypertensive through their paces and exert themselves too much, might cause some problems, or people who are overweight. Yeah, the next rule for you to establish is to start exercising moderately and consistently. Yeah, start exercising moderately and consistently. Start slowly and increase intensity moderately. If possible, engage a professional to help you with this. Yeah, if possible, consult a professional to help you get started or to help you through your workout routine. Okay, this may include having 3 to 4 sessions a week, either in the gym, at home, online, or indoors, outdoors, wherever you're planning to start. Okay, and then those 3 to 4 sessions a week should be done either between 30 to 40 minutes each, depending on your level and depending on the intensity of the workout. Okay. The third one is avoid overtraining. Hii kwanza, most people are guilty of. Do so much so soon. Ama you do so much that it doesn't amount to anything. So moderate exhaustion, yeah, this is true. Moderate exhaustion following physical activity is correct. So you expect after a bout of exercise, after a bout of physical activity, you expect some moderate exhaustion because you're taking your body beyond the limits that it's used to. Training should be performed without heavily grasping for air. Yeah, training should be performed without heavily grasping for air. If you find yourself you're grasping for air, try to reduce the intensity or try to increase the rest periods in between the sets or in between the workouts to be a bit longer. Exercising longer and moderately is more effective. Yeah, exercising longer and moderately is more effective. Yeah, using this principle, 3 to 4 times a week, 3 to 4 sessions a week, 30 to 40 minutes each. Yeah, so you're exercising longer and moderately longer during the weeks. Yeah, the fourth rule is recover sufficiently after training. This thing, recovery, is a key important aspect that you need to know. So adequate regeneration and recovery should follow an exercise session. Yeah, adequate regeneration and recovery should follow an exercise session. So in the next video, I'll be explaining to you how to start your recovery through the cool down and the stretches. Yeah, so recovery, so this regeneration and recovery can be done through proper dieting, resting, sleeping, which is important, foam rolling, which is a key part of. Some people use it as a warm up, as part of the warm up. Some people use it during recovery, but it's recommended mostly during the recovery sessions. Or also, this is a current trend: ice baths, cold plunging, especially before or after a bout of physical exercise. Number 5, interrupt training if an illness or cold are present. Yeah, interrupt training. If you're feeling kama ni mgonjwa una feel uko ish kidogo, please make sure take a break. Stop. Make sure your recovery, as I've written here, until you reach your full recovery, until you feel uko 100% tena. Make sure you stay off for exercising, take your recovery serious. until you reach 100% or until you go back to full recovery. In case of doubt, ask your physician. In case the problem has persisted, go consult your doctor, go consult your physician. They might be able to help or might be able to recommend some tests to pinpoint what exactly is happening to you. Prevent. So the role of another thing is to prevent and heal injuries. Physical activity is important for this. Preventing and healing injuries. Before starting an exercise, it is mandatory to warm up. It is mandatory to warm up because Kenya Mimona, what I usually see is people just do stretches, anafanya vitu kaa hizo. Warm up, proper warm up, maybe some few shuttle runs, high knees, butt kicks, just runs. You can do some push-ups. You can do some mobility work, at least to warm up your body, to raise your core body temperature. And then I'll also show you the importance of warm up in the next video that I'll be explaining to you, of cool down and stretching. Of cool down, part of cool down will be like stretches and everything. I'll also show you the importance of this. So yeah, before starting an exercise, always remember it is mandatory to warm up. Cool down, make sure you cool down afterwards. For example, you do your stretches. This cooling down is to be able to take your body back to the previous levels, to the pre-exercise levels that you are. Lower your heart rate, lower your core body temperature, to be able to for your cells, for your system to function normally. Yeah, pain is always a warning symptom of the body of the body and needs clarification. If you're feeling any pain, kama unasikia any pain, uchungu on your knees, on your lower back, that needs clarification. It means it's clearly showing you that your body kuna mahali kuna shida. It's either you're having a weak core, you're having weak supporting muscles, especially on a joint like your knee. If you're having knee pain, it's a clear indication that you need to strengthen the supporting muscles. If you're having chest pains, that's also another indication that you need to consult your physician to be able to pinpoint what is really happening to you. Injuries need time to heal completely. Yeah, exactly. Injuries, take your time to heal to make sure your injury is healed completely. Okay. Number 7 is to adapt physical activity to climate, temperature, and environment. Yeah, make sure you're adapting yourself to when you're doing any physical activity to the climate of the area, the temperature of the day, whatever the temperature might be, and the environment. If you're training in a cold environment, if you're training in a hot environment, if you're training in a low altitude, in a high altitude environment, this can be done through one of the ways can be through wearing functional clothes that are light and permeable to air and moisture. Something that your body can be able to breathe. Something that even when you're sweating, you don't feel uncomfortable. Light, permeable to air, especially if you're training in climatic regions that are hot, that are wet, that are humid. You need to wear, or depending on the time of the day that you work out, you need to adapt your clothes and everything to climate, temperature, and environment in order to perform the physical activity efficiently. Watch your nutrition and fluid intake. This is an important topic. This one is an important point. We have this culture as Kenyans that we don't usually watch what you eat. Ukiwa una ugali yako kubwa hapo, ukiwa na sukuma yako mingi na mayai kama 5, uko set. Ama ukiwa na omena yako mingi na ugali kadogo, naona uko sawa. So this is an important point. Watch your nutrition and fluid intake. Usianze kukula chapo mingi hapo, anze kushikwa na pressure like someone I know. kula chapo zake mingi, pressure ikakam, kwa hypertensive, siku tukakimbia kiasi, tunafikiria kwamba kumbe appetite yake ndio iko juu, ndio inamletea mashida. Anyway, always watch your nutrition and fluid intake. This is an important bit. Fluid intake. I keep on hearing people say, mimi hata maji sipendai, sikunywangi, maji na taste vibaya. Make sure hata kama si maji, even if you're not taking plenty of water during the day, try other fluids, try a yogurt, try a fruit juice. But make sure your fluid intake is at par. Always stay hydrated and practice proper diet and nutrition habits. Also on the side note, Pia, if you're really into this dieting, the nutrition aspect of it and hydrating, also remember, even the good book says, a beer or a glass of wine once in a while is okay. Aikido yourself into it. Usijikazie pia sana. Life is for the living. A beer or a glass of wine. But the back of your mind, ukumbuke, stay hydrated, practice proper diet and nutrition habits. Number 9, adapt physical activity to age and medication. Yeah, physical activity in elderly people is strongly recommended since it has that therapeutic value. Yeah, this one of my friends today, Andy, we were discussing about why people do get arthritis, osteoarthritis in your joints. It's because mostly the elderly, they don't lift as much as recommended. They don't lift as much as required. Because actually, you might be surprised that the older you get, the heavier you have to lift, because there's metabolic wastes deep ingrained in your deep in your joints. So you need to load heavy. You need to load your joints in order to flush out the metabolic waste, allow for circulation of blood, allow for replenishment of nutrients in your joints, so that you can avoid conditions later on such as osteoarthritis and some other joint related issues. So remember, also tell your elderly, make sure they engage in any physical activity. Also for the medication bit of it, diabetic people are usually advised to at least engage in physical activity so that they can be able to, which is the correct word to use, so that the units that they're taking, they can, depending on the type of the diabetes that you use, the sensitivity of the insulin and the units that they're taking, they can be able to manage it properly. Yeah, and last but not least, physical activity and sports should be fun. Exactly. This is something that you should always be looking forward to do, either after waking up, coming from work, or in between the time that you've dedicated yourself to do physical activity. So as I've said, physical activity and sports should be something to look forward to, either in the morning, after work, be in schools. But this one, our teachers, you know what you do during PE time. Hapo ndio hesabu inashika sana. Also the social activity. Finding the right type of exercise is essential to have fun. Yeah, finding the right type of Aikido exercise is essential to have fun. Whether you enjoy running, whether you enjoy boxing, whether you enjoy swimming, but make sure it is the right type of exercise, that you're having fun doing it, that cumulatively can be able to reap all these benefits from 9 going up, all the preceding points that I've showed you. Important to don't underestimate exercising in your daily life. People do, kuna this common saying amongst Kenyans yenye nasema ati tukienda tutapatiwa mwili mpya huko bana. Make sure hata kama unaenda kupatiwa mwili mpya, ile mwili unataka, make sure when you're still here, don't underestimate exercising in your daily life. I mean, it can be the difference between you having a quality life and having a low quality life. Because I've seen it in so many people. Make sure is an important aspect, because exercising actually can help you in being functional. Yeah, being functional. Being functional. And this functionality can be in form of climbing stairs instead of using elevators. See someone at ground floor going to first floor but still using an elevator or an escalator. Come on, guys. Climb stairs. Climb stairs up, down. Inaonyesha uko functional. Your functionality iko sawa. Walk to the shop briskly. These days people don't go to the shop. Just go through your phone. Other things inakuwa delivered up to your doorstep. Yeah. Make sure this exercising can help you to climb stairs instead of, this is just an example. Then walk to the shop briskly. Kuwa na hiyo urgency ya kutembea. Tembea ni kama unasoma shule ile yenye. Jamani kukimbia mama. Yeah. Aim at 6 to 10,000 steps daily. Aim at 6 to 10,000 steps daily, because these days you have so many tracking apps. There's a pedometer app. If you're having a smartwatch, it can track your steps. This is vital, especially wale wanasemanga wanataka kulose body fat, juu kukata tumbo. Walking actually, as I'll explain it later, walking is a crucial step, because you can be doing so many hours of cardio, but how putting that extra effort in form of walking to be able to lose that extra percentage of body fat. Difference between you having that bulging stomach or that big tummy and the most popular training of flat tummy that most people want. Okay. Yeah. And then this is the most important point to note. Finally, regular health checks at least once a year assures health, well-being, and to be in good shape. Yeah. Try at least once in a year. End out of a simple blood test, stool test, urine test. Check your health status at least once a year. Haiko recommended that you uende sijui mara ngapi kwa year, just once. Mara moja tu. If you can dedicate maybe at the end of each year unaenda kufanya, try it and do it. Yeah, try it and see. And it's not that expensive, because I've been doing it for a while. Yeah, like a hemogram, like that simple blood test. The last time I did it was like 1,000 Kenya shillings. Hiyo najua nyinyi watu mmetravel, mko na pesa. Make sure regular health checks at least once a year. It assures you of health, well-being, and to be in good shape, and also quality of life bana. Ndio ukifika in your advanced ages, ukianza kuwa mzae kiasi bana, usikue ka cabbage. Uendelee kuwa functional. You can still be able to drive, you can still be able to play with the kids and your grandkids at whichever point in life utakuwa unaona. Yeah, so guys, thank you. So remember, these are the rules for healthy lifestyle and physical activity. So I'll give like 10 seconds, just skim through, take a screenshot, record it, whichever way you want, to at least have a look at it and see the points that you can be able to deduce from it. And any questions, slide into the description box, slide into the comments, wherever you can ask.